TGIF is confirmed canceled. Armon Wiggins is accusing Al Reynolds of being the reason, and the Wiley show says he called it from the beginning. It's Mouth TV, bringing all the latest headlines, breaking stories, drama, cloud chasers, and everything trending in these streets. Now say it ain't so, but we can clearly see it's so, okay? Everyone was right. Everyone in their theory saying this means the cancellation, okay? I thought Armon was just going to end up getting the chopping block. Al Reynolds was going to, have his call to HR and management. But here we go. They done scrapped the whole show.
Yes.
Now, Armon Wiggins took to his Twitter to make a statement.
He states, I regret to inform you that TGIF will not be returning from its hiatus. I deeply appreciate the opportunity we had to create and share the show. Thank you to all the fans and soulmates for your unwavering support.
Now, everyone in the comment section is blaming him. He's go ahead and retweeting things, blaming Al.
Well, let's be real. This gig of his lasted a good old 3 months. Now, I was under the impression, this is me doing evaluation, that they would hire Armon on, and of course, it would up the ratings, and there would be more of a chance to see TGIF for a longer period of time. But as we have informed in the past, there are so many different things and details to TGIF, right? that just make you speculate, you know what I mean? And this is the reason why I'm assuming that Funky said it was on his last wheels.
And sinking ship, okay? They were pulling shows. They were also airing those shows, uploads on the YouTube channel, and everything was going smooth sailing, but then the numbers dwindle, smaller and smaller, to where eventually they stopped uploading them, and TGIF became the main focus of Fox. So even the banner on top changed to the duo and promoting TGIF.
Yeah.
But then all this went down, and they pulled all that stuff off. So Armon Wiggins said this about Al.
Yes. Well, somebody left a statement that says, it's all your fault. It was trash anyways, referring to TGIF. Armon comes back and he says, not true. I will definitely be telling my side. Now, rightfully so, I do want to say, because I wanted to bring up how just the day before, they were going over the whole phrase that, that we kind of bashed him in the alleyways for not too long ago, which was calling Miss Thing, a monkey. And so with that being said, he also backed it up again the day before, the actual day before, the last day, right, of Al Reynolds' roast. And so I thought that was interesting. But yes, he comes back and he states, I have really tried to turn a new leaf. But honestly, Al got what he wanted. I wasn't lying when I said he was trying to get the show canceled and me fired. But look how
he got everybody fired.
He did. Armon certainly got everybody fired. And I think, too, that whenever you look at the bigger picture of TGIF, there's an agenda that they're trying to push there. Of course, we watched that show, but as a whole.
Yeah, and you have a good point there. See, the political sponsors in between that are all pretty much Democrat focused. And you have Armon, who's big on the red. So it's conflicting with the brand messaging.
Absolutely.
And I knew Fox Soul figured they made a mistake.
Absolutely. And it just took some time for them to go, hot dog. so somebody stated up here, Alice Two-Face, literally when you first got there and he was getting backlash for trying to sun you, he said that he was your biggest fan. Just to really be jealous of you after all, giving Jason Lee vibes, to be honest with you. And he comes back and goes, this is exactly what happened. So he's backing that up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is, it's the way the ball bounces, you know what I'm saying? When we first came up and was trying to give our 2 cents on how long we really thought this was going to last, and when it did come crashing down, what was all going to happen, I can literally be sitting back here eating popcorn, okay? Because mark our words, is exactly how it fell down. So
yeah, we knew some things were going to pop off, but Armon did say he was only there for a season. You know what I mean? He just wanted one good run, one good season, and he got it.
Well,
so it's a foreshadowing of and manifesting what was to come.
Well, especially whenever he spoke out, in order to keep my job. Well, whenever you point out things like that, the first thing they go is, oh yeah, your job. Yeah, and that's the first thing that they slipped right up from underneath him, right? So he also reposted a comment that says, that they only liked Armon because him and Claudia bumped heads at first, right? Before he joined, and they did address that. And that changed when him and Claudia got cool. But I honestly think that Armon's comfortability with his sexuality is what gets under Al the most, right? And maybe so. He doesn't have that confidence. You know, Al did bring to our attention that he was kind of jealous of his persona, right? And I think
I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, it's just something that they pointed out, right? That Al's been jealous of Armon from get because he's comfortable in his skin. Now, it's taken Al, evidently, a long time, right, to come to the forefront and just be happy in his sexuality. So it may be something to argue back and forth about.
And then he ends it with a retweet from someone saying, exactly, Al had big hater vibes.
Yes.
So then Claudia took to her Instagram and posted,
because why not, right?
Why not?
All at the same hour.
She says,
unfortunately, TGIF will not be returning to Fox. So after our hiatus, 2019 through 2024, what a run. Soulmates, I love you, and you already know I'll never stop pushing to give y'all more shows in the future. And I think really that's her biggest goal, right? Is to see how many shows that she can accumulate under her belt. But next time, baby girl, get that it's eager. Look, it's her baby after all. And I thought, well, maybe if it's your idea, you'll, cuff it, is what we say. So just to make sure that everything lines up and you get paid, rightfully so, right? Maybe she'll be in control of the host in the future.
No, I haven't seen Al Reynolds make a post.
I think that what he's been doing is he actually gave I want to say a premiere of what's to come on his channel. So he's letting us know that he's got a tell all coming in the making.
So the Wiley show took to his live and, said Mal TV needs to clear up what they said. Y'all said it was canceled. Get your facts right. Wiley done broke the story, and you should have known he was right?
If you're not giving Wiley the credit, you will be blocked. I blocked about 20 people today. I wonder with Mouth TV and all these people talking about Wiley having a mental breakdown. I tried to tell you. Now go run that story because it's the truth. Wiley was right. Bring me for an interview. Stop giving credit to Armon, a crystal addict. I've been keep trying to tell y'all this from day one. He ain't lit. If you believe he lit and a celebrity, I got a bridge in Baltimore to sell to you. We've been said this was going on. Maybe Fox made sure we got our website back up. Thank you, Fox. You all gonna learn to listen to Wiley. I'm not always right, but I've been right most of the time about Armon Wiggins 100% of the time, and I was 100% right about Claudia. Claudia been losing jobs since 2015. We are in 2024. When I was 25 years old and my baby brother was 15 years old, Claudia was losing jobs. She didn't blame nobody, other folks, but she didn't put the finger in her face. She's the problem. Armon Wiggins is self-destruct because of the drug habit. When y'all gonna wake up to that? The man ain't lit. He can't go on YouTube and get monetized. He's one strike away of losing his entire monetization. When are y'all gonna wake up? When? Not if, when. Y'all gonna wake up when he self-destruct publicly when he get evicted. That's when y'all gonna wake up, but it's gonna be too late. The police gonna be on the scene, the ambulance gonna be on the scene. It's gonna be too late.
But, I don't know. Because so many different things, I could have saw this going any different way, right?
Oh, absolutely.
They could have just let Al go. They could have just let Armon go. Well, hell, Al probably would have been the best bet because, Armon and Claudia got in good. Right. So they should have, decreased the pay. If that was the issue, right? They keep saying these financial issues.
Right. And I think, too, that if Armon was, maybe he was on contract, maybe he wasn't, and it was just for the 3 months that he worked for him. But it was a good opportunity for him to mess up and do a pay cut and be like, look, maybe that's what we need. You know what I mean? It's a little bit, we're saving some on the back end.
But also, there was... And we can't just blame the roast, right?
Exactly.
There was other instances where Fox Soul in itself, the sponsors, which were mostly the government, contracts with the ad council, like these were sponsorships that have standards, right? And then you have Armon up there calling someone a monkey, saying someone look like a monkey, and he stands by it because she's ugly.
Right.
You've got Al Reynolds arguing with Linnell and then supposedly complaining to management. You've got Claudia being accused by Jaguar Wright of being involved with some of Jay-Z's
alleged mistress and all. Yeah, and whatnot.
Okay?
No, absolutely.
People being offed. supposedly they was friends. Claudia says they were. Then she denies it. Then she says we was actually cool for a couple months. I don't know. The story's confusing.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When I seen everything popping off right at the end of contracts, you know what I mean? Because Funky Dineva did let us know that things were coming to an end and they were going to have to renew, right? They'd all made that very vocal. So I was really thinking that they were just doing all this for the publicity and maybe to up the ratings.
Exactly,
so
me too.
Twisted.
But it also, when Funky Dineva said that there was 6 months, that their contract was a year and his was 6 months. So that was January. Here come June, the contracts were up.
Yeah.
So if they didn't renew and everyone says that we don't know, you should have knew last month.
But to go back on what you said, working under, democratic regulations and stuff and having contracts with the government, you can't really talk the way you do. So there was probably an automatic
you can't get too greasy, right? That was a issue I always saw. It was like, how is this going to keep going on?
Absolutely.
Where is the checks and balances? Yeah, okay, we want an interesting show. We want a little mess. It is an urban, geared show. But ultimately, always check who you're getting sponsored by.
Right.
Always follow the money. And the people who are paying to get this show going are not going to stand by this type of content. Absolutely. Especially when she had Claudia Jordan and Flamin' Rowe were up there making fun of Wiley Show's eye.
Right.
A defect he was allegedly born with. So these are disabilities that, a protected class. Right. And we have these sponsors that are all about anti-bullying and, bringing in the peace in the family and the, going,
well,
it's not, it does not on brand.
Well, this is also everything that they advertise, you know what I mean? Family, all that stuff. So yeah, it didn't coincide. It definitely didn't match up, but you knew it was coming. Like you just knew it was coming because of that very fact. But and
everyone was telling Wiley, you need to file suit. So It was just so many things. And then Star Jones allegedly sending cease and desist to allegedly threaten the suit. Like Foxhole had too many liabilities when it came to this show.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a week and a half's worth of work, according to the way they said that they were getting paid $1,000 an episode. So, to me, I'm looking at that going, well, that's where your money's going, because a lot of times...
Exactly, and that explains the financial struggles. They say we got to raise, and then eventually it was $5,000 a week. And, it's like, okay, that's 3 hosts, $60,000 a month.
Right.
How on earth, when every other show on Fox Soul was flopping, how are y'all affording this besides the government contracts? What happens when the government contracts get pulled? We got this election coming up, but if they're not on brand, those contracts are going to get pulled and they're going to bring that money somewhere else and push their agenda somewhere else.
Right. Well, I think too that people have the misconception that just because you have a channel or whatever you're trying to do on the YouTube spectrum, that everything needs to be a viral moment.
They was complaining, Armon, you need to wake it up. You need to do something. We need to go viral. We need viral moments. This is why we brought you. We want viral. We need to get on the blogs. So... What the...
So, I don't know. Check the script before you run it. I've heard Claudia say that they have a script in the background, and then whenever the roast came along, there's no script to that. So I'm just a little confused on, what I mean, what's actually scripted and what actually is not. You know what I mean? In order for it to have been pushed through. But obviously, he didn't let everybody see what he had wrote down until he actually said it.
It was what it was. He went out with the bang, okay?
He did. And I'm hoping that he can find something down the line. As far as all of them, especially seeing Claudia Jordan cry like she did, okay, on one of her interviews that she had done recently.
What do you mean, all of her interviews?
It was crazy.
It seems like she really cries in all of them.
Girl, but she's not ready for this business. You gotta have thick skin for it. It's one thing to compete in the competitions, girl, but you ain't doing that no more. Now you got acting gigs. That's what I call it, because the girl can't tell the truth for the life of her. I'm done with it. Just like, for instance, when she said all that stuff about Wiley, at least co-signed it whenever, Flamin' Rowe stated it.
And then when she was confronted with it, she denied it and then did it again with Armon.
And the petty things that came out of her mouth was like, if you don't have proof, then we all saw it. Half this stuff is recorded, uploaded, re-uploaded, girl. It's memed. So it is what it is. All the denial and stuff like that. I'm just hoping that she's in her age, okay, that she can literally find something and keep it going. I'm just saying, So yeah, I just see that she's in a different realm. She's not in the the competitive state anymore. But anyway, as far as Armand, I don't know. He just burns every bridge, and I've always said that. And it was just a matter of time before all of this was going down. I will repeat it. I can't wait to hear what he got to say about Claudia, because they're on a thin line too, whether we want to admit it or not. They're watching to see what each other post. You know what I mean? And then going back to what you want to. What is it? Whenever they say, "Well, you didn't." Ask for confirmation if you could post that about me, you know what I mean? So I think that they're in that type of relationship. Something's gonna get posted. I can't wait to see it fall out, and then we can hear what they really think about each other, right? Because they're both acting for the cameras way too much, and we know this based on what we've seen. And Al, he did a great job on trying to promote his show. It is what it is. I am not watching. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's what gave the he knew, and they all knew all the clout chasing they did, right. And then everything Al did, acting like he was okay with it, and then going and making a tweet saying, "Oh, Armand ruined his birthday weekend."
Right.
It was like, and then let me explain on my show. But Claudia did it with the funky dynamic thing. I'm not gonna say, Al's the only one, but it was giving that you knew the show was canceled, and you gonna milk it till the news breaks.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. And so, I'm wondering how long they had to keep their mouth shut with that one, but.
Since June, if you ask me. But hey, everyone was sad, clueless. It is what it is.
Right.
Claudia told it from the beginning. She knew.
Right.
What was.
Right.
My baby. Was my baby.
Was.
So it's past tense.
Yeah.
Okay. The news they was finally given the green light and said, "Yep, it is what it is."
Exactly. So
go on and tell the people. Now it's weird that Fox Soul didn't make a statement, a post. Like, where are y'all? It's y'all show.
No, what's weird is I never see any real PR come out of them. Sure, they have like an ad, like handles and stuff like that, but there's not a lot that they really publicize to make them grow. I've never seen them really pay for any ads. So
I don't know. I'm gonna end on a note though. This drama wasn't all that bad. For them to cancel the show, like the what is it? The maximum, the limit, the end all be all. This was it.
Yeah.
With other networks, with other shows just like this, where you have other co-hosts all at a round table. The View, as a big example,
Yeah.
Whoopi and Joyce and McCain, they all go head to head and argue.
Yeah.
Sometimes you leave on commercial break, you come back and they're crying because they got their feelings hurt. It got real. That's the way these shows are supposed to go. Okay, they all came in friends, but sometimes you leave enemies.
Right.
And it was great for ratings. As you see, everybody in the community had a video. I just don't understand how Fox Soul didn't hone in on it, Pulling the plug while it's hot.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it would have been better with a cut, just to see the co-hosts kind of, become two and see what they could do with that. But obviously, there was no, real chemistry between, Al and Claudia at a certain point of the show.
Yeah. Well, Fox Soul seems to be suffering quite a bit without TGIF, okay? They cannot pull more than 20 to 30 viewers at maximum. But generally, there's about 15 people watching in their YouTube Live. Now, they are also syndicated on, I think it's Dish Network or DirecTV Network. Either way, I checked the stats on there. There's only 11 million subscribers to that platform. So, you got to think, YouTube hits 2 billion.
Right.
And they can only pull in 100,000 per episode after days accumulated. So the numbers on the Dish or Direct has to be abysmal. So that explains that cancellation there as well. And that's probably what was keeping their sponsors. Well, so tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. You already know what it is. It's Messy Mouth TV, bringing you all the latest headlines, breaking stories, drama, clout chasers, and everything trending in these streets. We out.